Hi everyone, so welcome to another Subscriber Sunday video, and please let me know down below if you have had any successes you want to celebrate, any challenges you want to talk about, and especially any non-scale victories. So think really hard at what any non-scale victories that you may have had, because we need to celebrate those. Those are sometimes just those little nuggets of just, I don't know, just happiness that you can embrace and you can grab onto, and that you can help push you sometimes through the next week, especially if the scale is not on your side. And sometimes it just takes us looking somewhere else. A little non-scale victory for me, and this is how little it can be. I am finally starting to really see some changes in my body. It's like I know that they were there because other people would tell me, but I am just starting to see them. Now when I look in the mirror, it's like, whoa, yeah, I really can see it now. I don't know why it's taken so long for me to see it, but I really can. Even looking at pictures, I don't know, it's just, for one thing, I don't like when I photograph, I don't know, pictures, I can't see it in pictures. I cannot see my weight loss. I don't think I look good in pictures. I still have that fear of the camera. And I know it's funny to say because I do videos, but video is different than actually still snap photography. I don't know. For me, I feel like I look different in video than I do in pictures, so I don't know. It's probably just me and what I'm seeing, and that's what I'm talking about. So just grab on to any of those little compliments people have been giving you. Those are all non-scale victories. So grab onto them, hold on to them, and keep them close to your heart, and just know that we are all here for each other on our journeys. So let me know down below your weigh-ins, your successes, your challenges, and your non-scale victories. If you're new here, introduce yourself so we can meet you and know what you are doing for your journey. Are you doing Weight Watchers? Are you doing other plans? Because not all of us here are on Weight Watchers. I personally am, but not everybody is. So let's get to how last week's Healthy Habits Challenge worked out. So last week's challenge was to eat your vitamins. I told you, I kind of gave you a lot of information about vitamins. I gave you a couple resources in the description box where you could see maybe what vitamins and minerals you wanted to work on. I personally told you the ones that I was working on. And it's kind of funny because I did after that video, and I wanted to kind of plan out which foods and stuff I was going to eat. And I really wanted to try to grasp all those vitamins in one day. I'm not really sure if I really succeeded in that, but I feel like I really did a wide array of vegetables, fruits, and meats to meet those vitamins and minerals. But I did overlook one, and one that's very important to my health, but I'll get to that in a second. So I felt like again, I worked on vitamin A, cantaloupe, carrots, eggs, sweet potatoes. I ate all those all week. Vitamin B6, chickpeas, and potatoes. I did eat potatoes. I did make some roasted chickpeas, which are amazing. B12, eggs, fortified cereals, which I'm not sure if the cream of wheat, I have to check it to see if it's a fortified cereal. I believe it is. I did eat that a couple times this week. Meats and poultries, vitamin C, of course, we have broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I ate those, cantaloupe, strawberries, peppers, and tomatoes, all good sources of vitamin C. Plus I did have oranges this week. Vitamin D is the only place that I just don't know how I can do it besides eating more cereals, because I feel like those are the only places, like fortified juices, fortified milks. I don't drink juice, I don't drink milk, besides just a little bit of skim milk in my coffee. So and vitamin D is one that I'm just going to continue to take in vitamin form, just recommendation from my doctor as well. Calcium, I think I did pretty good. I had yogurt, skim milk, broccoli and spinach all have calcium, but again, I am, just because of advice from my doctor, I am going to continue to take my calcium supplement. Iron, I did eat a lot of whole grain breads, I ate a lot of meats, I ate spinach, so those are all good sources of iron. Potassium, bananas, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, and yogurt. So I feel like I did really good, had a good array of foods and vegetables. Let me know down below how you guys did. Now the one that I feel like I missed was iodine. As I was reading through those resources after I filmed the video, I realized iodine is one of the things that is good for healthy thyroid, which I don't have a healthy thyroid. That's why I take supplements or take medication, whatever, for that. So I am going to look more into iodine. I may wait and talk to my doctor about it. I have to go back in and get a blood test taken because he adjusted my medication, and so I think I might go ahead and ask him about the iodine. I did kind of look up, one of the things is iodized salt, of course, you can use, but I use the sea salt, and I don't believe that's iodized. They say potatoes and turkey and breads and cereals also have iodine, so I just need to find out what the recommended intake is from my doctor, and if he thinks that maybe I should take a supplement, or can I just get enough through these foods. So that was last week's challenge. This week's challenge, I kind of came to this conclusion for this week's challenge based on the fact that I'm going to be home this next week because of spring break. Now, one of the hardest things for me to do while I'm at home, you would think it would be staying on track. Now, that used to be hard for me. With Simply Filling, I feel really confident I can stay on track. It's water. And actually, it's just drinking fluids in general. I still reach when I feel those cues, kind of that I'm thinking to myself that your brain sends to your body to tell you you're thirsty. I eat something, and I think that's one of the things that a lot of people do. So, you know, I need to learn to drink. And here's the thing, I drink to thirst. I'm going to give you a lot of information here, things that I've researched and looked up. This is going to be kind of controversial for some people because a lot of people don't agree with how you get your water intake. I just did the research. I, did the research through avenues that I feel like are more reputable than others. I didn't just go like on a Wikipedia page. I went through like, I know personally through my work that Harvard Health does, like Harvard University, they do a lot of studies in the areas of health and education, and we do it with education. So I figured with as much credit as we give for education, that I can give the same for health. I read some of their studies. I read some studies from Washington State University and University of Washington. So I feel really confident about the information that I gathered. But again, this is, talk to your doctor, do what you do. Just do you. This is what I'm going to do, and I'm just giving you some information out that I found myself and what I'm going to follow. But by no means am I going to say this is it. This is the truth. So I think everybody agrees though the benefits of water. Of course, it helps maintain the balance of your body fluids, because I think it's something like 2/3 of our body is water. Helps control calories, but that's only going to be if you choose water versus other drinks, or water versus food. If you're really not hungry. I'm not saying drink water when you're hungry, but if you know there's no way you could be hungry and you're just eating, but choose water instead of food, or choose water instead of high caloric drinks. It helps energize muscles. Helps your skin, keeps your skin clear, which I know that for sure, because I can always know it's a huge difference when I'm not drinking enough water. I can always tell a huge difference in my skin. It gets super dry. I have breakouts. It's just craziness. It helps your kidney function. Helps maintain normal bowel functions. It keeps your body temperature regulated. It lubricates all your joints and your tissues. And it protects your spinal cord and your tissues, apparently. Those are kind of some new ones for me. Now, there is a danger of too much water. I think everybody can also agree on that. Too much water can deplete your body of sodium levels, salt or sodium levels in your body. So you do have to be careful about how much water you drink. Now, there are situations where you should drink more water than the average person, and that's if you live in hot climates, or you are more physically active than others. If you're running a fever, you should be drinking more water. Or if you are sick and you have been vomiting, or you have diarrhea, then you definitely should be drinking more water to stay hydrated. So those are all reasons why you should definitely drink more water than the average person. Now, this is where it gets a little bit, where some people may not agree, but they say about 80% of water should come from through water, beverages, any beverages is what they said, and 20% would come from food. So this is where there's going to be a lot of difference of opinion, is whether or not things like juice and milk and coffee and tea should be considered water. This is just what I read, that any fluid except for alcohol does cause some kind of disruption in your brain, between your brain and your kidneys, where your brain doesn't give the right cues of thirst. Apparently that's what I read about alcohol. So my challenge for you and for myself is to just drink more water. But again, what I do is I drink to thirst. So if I'm thirsty, I'm gonna drink more water. I'm not gonna set myself a goal per se. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna drink, X amount of ounces of water a day. My goal though, I do have to set a little bit of I don't know how you say that. I do have to give myself a little more stricter than that, even though I'm drinking to thirst, because if I don't, then I won't be conscious of how much water I'm drinking, if that makes any sense. So basically what I'm trying to say is, so when I first get up in the morning, I just need to get myself, either it's my water bottle, even though I drink coffee first thing, I know I want to have pure water for my skin and my body as well. So my goal is to get my water bottle ready the night before, so the first thing I can do when I get up in the morning after I get out of the shower is grab my water bottle, make my coffee, and then I'm just sipping on both throughout the morning. But I do want to finish my first water bottle with breakfast, and I have a 24-ounce water bottle. So I figure if I can drink that, by the time breakfast is over, by the time I get done eating breakfast, then if I am on the days that I go to work, then I refill it again and head out to work. Or if I'm home, then I fill it up again, and my goal is to try to drink that before lunch. And I should be thirsty enough to be doing that. So but I'm not going to say, again, I'm not going to say I need to drink this many ounces per day. I'm just trying to do little things like filling up my water bottle and just trying to be conscious of me drinking the water. And I think that'll help me with any mindless eating that I have throughout the day, which is a temptation for me when I am at home versus at work. So hope that makes sense. I'm gonna kind of go through some tips on if you don't like water. So you don't like water, here's some tips on how you can increase your water intake. Eat your fruits and vegetables. They have, ones that have high water intake. So we have like watermelon and tomatoes and cucumbers and celery. Those all have high water content. So try to increase those types of fruits and vegetables if you are, if it's hard for you to drink water. Increase the consumption of other beverages. So maybe unsweetened tea. You could have, use some of those little sweetener packets. Not sweetener packets, those little, like Crystal Light or drink water enhancers, that's what they're called. Yeah, water enhancers, use some of those. Now those do have artificial sweeteners in there, so that could be a whole other ball game as far as that's concerned. Maybe just put a little bit in there. You could use like lemon slices, fruit slices, cucumber slices. I mean, you can use all kinds of fruits and vegetables to put in there. Maybe some kind of extracts. I don't know. I mean, I know people have put extracts in there to help make like a peppermint water. Try drinking your water at different temperatures. I know people who drink hot water, just plain hot water. And I used to think that was just crazy, but maybe that's just because they don't like just cold water. So try it at all different temperatures. Maybe there's a temperature that water is just more appealing to you. Some people have to have it super, super cold, like ice cold, before they can drink any water. So whatever you need to do to make it more enjoyable for you. And then the last tip is just to keep it with you at all times. So if you work at a desk job, keep it there. Just always have something to drink there with you, so you're always able to sip on it. Sometimes some people need a pretty cup for them to want to drink it. Some people it's easier to sip from than sit there and guzzle it down. So whatever you need to do, sparkling waters, that's another idea. Just things like that. So anything that you can do to make yourself want to drink more water. If it's easier for you to set a goal, set a goal. I mean, just don't feel like you have to say, I know like there's all these things going out there where half your body weight in water. It can be really dangerous, to do that. Like I was saying, it can be really dangerous to drink too much water. So maybe just set yourself if you can't do it to thirst, maybe do like kind of like what I'm doing, kind of set yourself some water goals. That's the word I should have used, with goals. Water goals throughout the day. You want to see yourself drinking this much water by this point in the day. But I think after a while you'll start recognizing the cues that your brain is giving you to drink water, and you'll start to recognize those. But like I said, just don't feel like you need to set these huge goals, as long as you are increasing it throughout the week. So maybe just keep track your water, so you know, like if you drank 5 glasses today, maybe try to aim for 6 glasses tomorrow, or just you can, as you see it marked down, you're realizing you're doing better at drinking it throughout the day. So let's just see how we can do with this water thing, and let me know down below how much water you typically drink, and if you've had what kind of goals that you set for yourself, or you just drink to thirst. Does that work for you? Have you had some issues with that? Kind of maybe give us some ideas on how you've made it work for you and what you do. I know some people, another thing that I remembered from like my pregnancy days, when I was pregnant, I never drank water, and my doctor, I had really high blood pressure with my first pregnancy, and he always told me keep a glass of water, a glass in the bathroom. And then he would tell me, every time you go to the bathroom, drink a full glass of water before you leave. And being pregnant, you're in the bathroom a lot. But so I don't know, that worked for me. That's how I did it at that point in time. So anyway, there's some tips for you, and let's just see how we do this week. And you guys all have a wonderful week. Oh, I was gonna tell you though, so here's a nice little like water option for you. This is a copycat, the passion fruit iced tea, lemonade iced tea from Starbucks. So I was talking to the lady at Starbucks. There's a lady at one of the Starbucks that I go to, and I was asking her what goes into their passion fruit iced tea. So she showed me the tea they use, which is the Tazo passion fruit tea, and she said they have like a lemonade syrup. Now, one of my Starbucks does have an unsweetened lemonade, but the other one does not. So I don't know why. The one inside the grocery store, it does, but I can usually make it there, but a lot other times when I'm on the other side of town going through the drive-thru, which the drive-thru one doesn't for some reason. Not sure why. So after I saw what kind of tea she used, I thought what would be amazing would be to just add in my own lemonade. So I kind of looked around the store trying to find unsweetened lemonade when I came across like the Crystal Light stuff, and there's Crystal Light lemonade, of course. So how I made this was I bought the Tazo passion fruit iced tea, which I did show in my grocery haul, and I just made up 64 ounces of that, which I didn't have a 64 ounce pitcher, so I just used 2 32 ounce mason jars. So there's another tip. And then I put in some packets of into each mason jar, I put in 2, because I accidentally bought the 16, just the little singles, little water bottle singles of the Crystal Light. So I put 2 of those in there, because those are normally for 16 ounce bottles. So I put 2 in each of the 32 ounce jars, and then made the tea. So it's so good, you guys. It tastes just like the tea from Starbucks. It is yummy, and it's hydrating, and helps with your water. So there's a tip if you guys want to try that. So I'll talk to you guys next week, and like I said, you can look forward to lots of videos next week, because I will be off work, so I'm going to be filming. So over the next 2-3 weeks, there'll be lots of content out there, and I look forward to hearing from you guys down below and letting you know how your week was last week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.